Today is Wednesday, February 27th. We can expect sunny skies and a high of 57 degrees today in Flagstaff. That, my friends, is beautiful. Hello NAU, I'm Heath Connot here on UTV62 with the news feed. Well, for a brief period of time yesterday, there was no Joe. At least not from Starbucks anyway. The company closed over 7,000 stores starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time so baristas could bone up on their espresso making and latte whipping skills. The caffeine craftsmen are spending about 3 hours in training. You could say the company is waking up and smelling the proverbial coffee. The nationwide retraining comes after Starbucks announced it would close about 100 poorly performing U.S. stores this year. New York City police seized more than $1 million in fake merchandise during a raid in Chinatown yesterday. Police found fake Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Rolex, and Coach merchandise in 3 buildings that house small shops. The raid followed a 2-month probe by Mayor Michael Bloomberg's Office of Special Enforcement. Bloomberg said investigators made dozens of undercover buys of illegal goods. Now, no arrests were made, but I have one question for you, NYPD. How did you just now catch on to this whole fake merchandising scam? Because I thought everyone knew that Chinatown was the perfect place to get a good knockoff. Well, another thing you may find on the streets of New York City is the infamous doomsday propaganda. Well, with the threat of global misfortune in the near future, the world scientists are taking action. Scientists opened the doors yesterday to a sub-zero seed bank in the Arctic Circle. Millions of seeds will be stored in tunnels deep below the Earth. The idea is to protect biodiversity in the face of a global catastrophe. The New York PHILHARMONIC Orchestra has made history in North Korea with its concert in Pyongyang. It became the first U.S. orchestra to ever perform in that country. The Philharmonic's conductor led the orchestra in rousing renditions of Wagner, Dvorak, and the most American of maestros, George Gershwin. When he joked that one day there'd be a piece called Americans in Pyongyang, there was a loud applause. Part of the concert was broadcast live in the United States and around the world, and while the concert goers were mostly the elite, others watched at home, because North Korea also broadcast it live, unprecedented in a country that allows nothing but official propaganda. There were standing ovations even during the performance, this from people brought up believing the US is an imperialist aggressor bent on destroying them. Perhaps that concert has changed a few minds. Well, take a few world-class musicians, add a compact family car, and you may be left with a rather unusual sounding orchestra. It's not quite the New York Philharmonic, but it's no less impressive. At the Farm Studios in Great Britain, the man best known as drummer in The Who is like a kid in a candy shop, banging on a set of drums made entirely out of car parts. The 31 musical instruments built entirely out of bits of a Ford Focus will be used in a charity concert tour. The instruments are part of a set that has become known as the Ford Focus Orchestra. They were designed and built in just 4 weeks by sound designer Bill Milbrut and his team. It's not the first time Milbrut has tinkered with car parts to experiment with sound. In 1994, he turned his own 1982 Honda Accord into a group of instruments now known as the Car Music Project. The artist says he's already on the lookout for another deconstruction project. Well, that wraps it up for this edition of the news feed, but for the latest in campus news, sports, weather, and entertainment, be sure to watch NAU Live, Arizona's only live student-produced newscast on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Well, I'm Heath Connot, and on behalf of UTV62 and the entire staff of the news feed, me and that guy, a piece of advice. Keep it right here on UTV62, and I promise you, you'll see more student-produced programming, and oh yeah, I'll be seeing you throughout the day.